Hello everyone and welcome to another Crafty controller tutorial. Today we're going to be discussing how to update your Java servers now that Server Jars has announced it is closing down. As of Crafty version 4.4.0, Crafty controller has implemented its own tool known as Big Bucket for Java jar hosting. So the first thing that we're going to do here, we have our paper server running. We're going to click on the server and I'm already in config because I was in here earlier. We're going to scroll down and we're going to see that right now our server executable update URL, which is supposed to be a direct download link to a jar, is currently set to that server jars URL, which is no longer active. So what we're going to need to do here is open up a new tab and we're going to go to jars.arcadiatech.org/manifest.json. Now, Arcadia Tech is the company that owns Crafty Controller, so this is a domain that is hosted by them. So we're going to hit enter here, and then we're going to see a big list of jars and URLs. So we're just going to break this down a little bit. I'm running a paper server, so we're just going to search for paper right now. And we're going to see a bunch of results down here for paper. So we have paper, and then we have its versions. So I'm on 1.19.4 right now, but I want to update to 1.20.6. So we're going to see paper versions. I see the first one is 1.20.6. If I wasn't looking for 1.20.6, I'd move to the next one, 1.20.5, and so on and so forth. So we want 1.20.6. So I see that, and then right after it, I see something called URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go copy this URL for 1.20.6, and then we're going to go back to Crafty Controller. And right here in that server executable update URL, we're going to replace the server jars URL with that Crafty Arcadia Tech URL. And then we're going to click save. So my server is running right now. Best practice is that we'd shut down the server before we click update, but Crafty has built in a feature where it will shut down the server for you if it's running when you press update. So what we'll do now is we're going to press update executable and it should shut the server down for us. And we can come back over to the terminal and you can see it says updating and the server is shut down. So what it's going to do is it's going to first make a backup of our server for us. And it already finished because the server had nothing on it. Once that's done, it'll download the jar and make the update. And you'll see now we're looking for 1.20.6. And it will automatically try to start the server for you. We have a little hiccup here, right? So it tried to start that server for me, but it looks like it failed. Now, that's not necessarily a problem with Crafty. The problem was that I was running on Java 17 with 1.19.4, and 1.20.6 requires at least Java 21. So, no big deal. We can fix this. What we'll do is go to config. And before I started this video, I will admit I installed Java 21 on my system. So what we're going to do is instead of do not override here, we're going to select Java 21 right here. And now you'll see it says Zulu 21, which Zulu is a version of JDK. And once that's selected, we're going to hit save. And now that's saved. And you will notice it says do not override, but that's because we're now on Java 21, so we don't want it to override. So with that, we'll go back to terminal. And now we're going to hit start. And now you're going to see we have better luck this time because we're using the correct Java version. And there we are, 1.20.6. Now we have starting Minecraft server version 1.20.6. So to recap what we did here, we went to our config. We replaced the server executable update URL with the up-to-date version from jars.arcadiatech.org/manifest.json. We got our new URL from that manifest that was returned. And then we pasted that into server executable update URL, clicked save, and then clicked update executable. And then Crafty handled the rest. And it's really that simple. Now we have our 1.20.6 server running, where before we had our 1.19.4.